Gamers, it's me, Lifespiller79. It's my show. Glad to be back. I know it's been probably almost 3 weeks at this point. With the new year, hoping to be able to do more videos consistently. Been trying out a few new cameras and stuff like that. I don't have the best cameras, but been trying to find the best new cameras to work with. At least it'll give me. And then also trying to find a good setup is always a challenge. It's always a challenge for me trying to find a good place to do my videos, because what I've been doing is I've been finding certain areas where I keep my game stashed at, so I can show you my collection, but then also show you show my video at within a reasonable amount of time. It's always hard, the restraints of work, coming home from work. As soon as I come home from work, try to shoot a video, edit, put everything together, drop the video and stuff like that. But anyway, I did get some pickups, not many, because I actually went on hold on my pickups because I've been playing. I stopped to play all my games, trying to put more time in and see what I can get accomplished and stuff like that within a reasonable amount of time. I bought a lot of RPG games, not recently, but the last video and even the video back. So I've been playing a lot more of those and just having more time for that kind of stuff. But anyway, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Corey Buckner, a good friend of mine from collections.com. He dropped a nice little podcast. It's an easy listening podcast. Dude is very articulate. He knows his business. I can definitely tell he did his study and his work. I listened to his last podcast. It was the thin line between being a collector and a hoarder. And I don't want to give away any details, but he does have his YouTube channel. So you can check him out, Corey Buckner. You can check him out on his YouTube channel. And you can also check him out on collections.com, the site that I've been advertising as well. Really, really good site. Really, really good place for gamers to go to. Like I was telling you guys before, if you didn't catch my video a couple of weeks back about it just being like a cesspool where you can do blogs, vlogs, comments, start up discussions. You can do trades. You put up your own videos and stuff like that, your own collection, pictures of everything. I've even gotten to a point where I started putting up my setup at work because I'm able to put posters and everything up. And today I'm actually sporting a nice little Assassin's Creed hoodie that one of my good friends gave to me. It actually says "Live by the Creed." It's got the Assassin's Creed logo on the back with a nice little hoodie on top. I want to get a collection of them because I saw one that was silver and it's got the little dip with the logo at the top. But anyway, yeah, I just want to give Corey a big shout out because he's one of my good buddies, and man, this dude is phenomenal. His site is phenomenal. Everything that he's doing is big, and just be on the lookout. Now I want to get into my collection. These games that I have, a few of them I actually got like last month in November. I ordered them. I got them like I think the first or second week of December. Just haven't done a video. I think I dropped maybe one video in December. Can't even remember, one or two. They were so far in between I couldn't even keep up. The first game I got was Dishonored. Hope you guys can see that. Really, really, really good first person shooter game. A lot of action. I actually did a video about that. My first impressions about the game, I'll leave that down in the description. I did one last year some time ago when I rented it for a few days. Still has the same feel to it. A lot of action. You pretty much got to invest a lot of your time into it. I think this looked like, from what I'm seeing, it probably about an 8 to 10 hour game. Not too bad at all. I'm glad to actually add it to my collection. And next game that I have that I done picked up several times. I think I bought it. This is actually my third time for the PS3, and then I have it for my 360 as well. And that's Skyrim. And I just want to say something about the greatest hit. I am real particular about my PS3 games. You probably can't see it down here. I have all my PS3 games. Like that was one thing he did discuss. I will say this, that he discussed about being a collector, about being meticulous and being particular about how your game is set up, how your games are set up, how your consoles and everything. Like for example, my way that I set up my PlayStation 3 games, I have it with the old logo first, then any clear console, clear containers, like I don't have any labels in it. I'll set that up. Then you got your greatest hits, the old logo to the newest logo, the little PS3 logo with the greatest hits, and then I go into the newer stuff. So yeah, but Skyrim, of course, great RPG, game of the year. I'm about 70-80 hours into that game. I picked up where I left off. According to what it said, I hadn't played the game in about a year, so that was interesting. I would never advise you to do that, to leave off a game as big as Skyrim and then jump into it. I have been looking on the YouTube channels and looking at some of the faster ways to get as much XP as possible, or infinity amounts, but I had already surpassed that point where I think I sold the book or something like that. But yeah, you can check that out. It's pretty neat. But I love it because of the dragons and the time. I'm real big about time errors and stuff like that, dipping back to time and events and places that I've never been, that I'll never be able to go to, kind of giving you some kind of idea. Even though it's fictional, it gives you this perception or this idea of what it could possibly be at that time, mixed in with some other fictional things like the dragons and mixing of the spells and all that other stuff. But I love it. My son actually has gotten turned on to it, and he's more of the sportsy skateboarder, and he's actually diving into RPGs, which is surprising to me. I mean, he was asking my opinion about it the other day, because I just been playing the mess out of other games. But the next game that I got, I actually looked up a few reviews on it before I got it, because I had a bad experience with the Wolfenstein that I got on the PS3 years and years ago. It was crazy. But this one for the original Xbox, because I've been wanting to beef off my original Xbox collection, it's the Return to the Castle Wolfenstein Tides of War. I will say this is a really, really good first-person shooter, and it definitely lives up to the time. Definitely a warrior or militant, I guess, action guy, whatever you want to call it. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't even get to it. And I do see the MA-15, if you can see that right there down in the lower left-hand corner. Lets me know that this is overseas, because that ain't the way our logos look, which is cool. And I like this big old sticker on there talking about free when you trade 2 games of this format. I like to keep certain things on my games because it just reminds me of where I got it from. If I take everything off and strip all of my games of every essence of what it is, then I kind of lose that nostalgic memory, because I actually like to be out and hunt, looking for games, searching for games, picking up certain games, and I just really enjoy it. But this game is really, really good. I'm out on the 4th, I think I'm on the 4th level at this point. It's fast action, fast pace. The graphics, like I said, they live up. Storyline is easy to follow by. The shooting, the contact, the everything. I mean, it's really, really good, man. It had a rating of like 9.3 back in the day. I think back in 2003 or something like that, and it definitely lives up. I got my variety of picks and stuff, so that was a good game to pick up. Next game that I got that I actually have been looking for quite some time. I wanted the price to drop. I was going to originally get it on PS or the PC, but it was another game that I got. And like a little mom and pop store that I normally go around to every now and then. The guy said he's going to try to work on getting better games, because he knows that I slide through every now and then, because it's around the corner from my tech job, and that's Counter-Strike. Really, really good shooter. This is more of, kind of got the Call of Duty feel to it, where it's more battle type game. It's not missional type game. It's more of a battle. So if you're looking for that, this definitely will be up your alley. I'm honestly, my first impression is not what I expected. I thought it was going to be missional. I like missional type games. It gives me something to go by, but it is by Valve, and Valve makes really, really good games. And I mean, these games, they live and they stand the test of time. I believe that's why, what's calling? I'm trying to think of the game right now. It'll probably come to me after the video's over. Half-Life. That's why Half-Life is so nostalgic, and it just holds and it commands such a following, because the storyline, the game itself, it still lives up to this test, you know, which is cool. And then one game that I found for the Xbox, the original Xbox, was Outlaw Golf 2. I got this for $1, and I mean, $1. Just a warning, as you can see, this one has the original M logo in the lower left hand corner, the one that would be over here in the States. It's got the mature plus 17. So yeah, this is a pretty good golf game. It's a little gratuitous. There's a little, it's kind of sexualized basically. There's no getting around it. I think that's why it's rated M. And then the next game I got is actually complete. I already have this game on Sega Genesis, but I've been looking to beef up my box collection, and that's a lot. Had to pick that up. Had to get it. Had to go ahead and get that. Actually, show you the book and stuff. Let's see there. And I think it's got something behind it too, because I actually like the movie too, believe it or not. Oh, it says it's the coolest ride on video. So it's got that in there. I like that. I like to keep little knickknacks, little things before it, when it would originally came out and stuff like that. And like I said, I didn't have that many pickups. That's pretty much all my pickups at this time. Now, a game that I've just been diving into, I'm probably in about 15, 20 hours, something like that. I've been devoting a lot of, and I've been posting like crazy about this game, is No Kuni. I'm probably about 15 hours in. The lead character, Oliver, he's probably at about, I got him at a level 21 or something like that. Or I think he's about 21. I'm already at the part where I picked up somebody else. I just finished the volcano. That was pretty big. I've killed about 6 bosses at this point. I think I got 6 familiars at this point. Actually 7. This game is really good. Storyline's really good. Basically a dude that's on a mission. Little guy. Mother dies. He goes on this mission trying to revive her, bring her back. But in the midst of it all, he ends up having to save a whole nother world that's parallel to his. Everything in his world is parallel with what's going on. So there's a correlation between the two. It's a really good game. And the artistic work, it's probably one of my first big JRPGs that I've ever played, that I've just been diving all my time. Even my good friend, he he came over this weekend to watch the playoffs, and he was like, "Man, have you been playing No Kuni, man? I just picked up on that game." He's only like 5 or 6 hours in. He's like, "Dude, this game is crazy." I'm like, man, you know, the little kid inside of me is just so giddy. But yeah, right now it's probably about the only game I'm playing. I started GTA 5 over again just to play it differently, just to have a little fun and go crazy with it. But really, all my time has been on No Kuni. I find myself staying up late hours. So tell me what games you're playing. Did you play any games over the winter break, during that big break between games being released from last year to this year? Because we're going to have a big gap. Are you choosing to move on and to the next gen? Because I'm actually going to pause for now. I'm actually going to hold back on the PS4 and the Xbox One. I've got to play both. Great, awesome system. But I'm just going to try to clean up on much retro stuff as possible. Hopefully it gets these people, all the other gamers, distracted to the point where they don't go run and go after the retro stuff. They go more after the current gen, and then it decreases the price on the last gen. Like, I want to clean up on 360 and PS3 games and just beef that up. Looking to get a new shelf, hopefully. But other than that, I'm Lifespiller79. Been a pleasure talking with you guys.